Someday, someday I will learn. So, mountain, snow, midground. Yes, this one. Delete. There we go. All right, yeah. So after this event, Light Up Man, it'll show you. It'll tell you what level you are if you participate in the event. Uh, so, all right. So now mountain, snow, near ground. Same deal. Delete. There we go. All right, this is shaping up. And yeah, so now the near ground, the mountain, snow, near foreground, and foreground. Oh yeah, I was gonna wait. Did these ones? I think I got to the right position, but I don't know if that's actually true necessarily. So, because like I don't know if the snow reads. How well did the snow read in the original version? Wait, what did it do? Oh yeah. Was the snow? Oh yeah, I just look over here. Deselect. Was the snow? No, the snow wasn't very noticeable in the original version. So I'm actually gonna, I'm like, I did line it up like how it used to, but I'm actually gonna line it up so that there's actually more of it noticeable. So, yeah. So the snow river, no, for the mountain snow near foreground. Let's move this. Basically, like here, just so there's more snow. Lots of snow. Well, maybe we don't need that much. Yeah. Alright, well, some of that. Huh. Alright, hold on. Alright, okay, so one thing I will do is, just one of these snow layers at a time. Alright, I don't need to do. Yeah, alright, so I'll get rid of the snow river. Right, okay, so I was supposed to keep those deactivated. Alright, so this is literally all the snow from the mountain right now. So, mountain snow near foreground. Yeah, what if that was like roughly here, for example? Sorry, one second. Oops, not below the background. Alright, yeah. Oops, what am I doing? Oh gosh, stop. Don't do it. Did I ruin everything? No? Okay, I didn't ruin everything. That's good. So the mountain snow near ground. Actually, yeah. Actually, if anything, I should be lining this up with the cloud layer too, because it doesn't actually. It doesn't naturally line up with the cloud layer. Oh, so yeah. How about I'm just gonna put this in. Put this layer in from the other image, because that'll actually help a little bit. Let's line it up precisely. Come on. See that corner. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah. So, yeah, the snow's not going to be very noticeable no matter what we do with it. So, oh yeah, but the one thing I can do with it is to make it so that it doesn't go above the cloud level. So, mountain snow near foreground. Alright, that one looks good, and then mountain snow for foreground. I don't know, like this maybe? Yeah, and then we don't even need, we can have this cut off in the center of the, like the heart of the snowy stuff right here. Like the part that's not really transitional. The part where it's like just legit snow. So, just have it cut off like that. And then this is where we'll line up the other pieces. Like the, so like, let's hide the snow temporarily. Line up this other snow. And do basically the same thing. So I think roughly it was located like, oh yeah, actually, oh yeah, no, this one I'll just slide down slightly. Oops, wrong layer. I'll just slide these down slightly, just so that they're not above the cloud layer, because with these ones, we don't want them going like too far off. We don't want the snow like happening in the place where there's no clouds. That'd be a little weird. So is that good? Bring it down a little bit. The reason I have to bring these layers down is because they don't actually draw from the top of the screen. They only draw from like a point amongst the clouds. So this might be okay. And then I'll just have to cut off the snowflakes that are below the whatever. But then last step is to get the snow seam working out. Okay, so like roughly. Actually, wait here. Let's just show these two. So like this one, deselect. This one cuts off where? It cuts off like roughly here. So on the other one, we can cut it off like so. And that should be roughly contiguous. It's a little heavier here. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's hide those. Show these once again. So the mountain snow layer cuts off roughly here. So select this and delete this from the river. No, it's near foreground. Snow river near foreground. There we go. So that should be good. So then our snow should be all set, I think. Yeah. All right. So now I think I'm at the point where basically all that's left is to like just justify these seams, because I mean I can get rid of everything that. Actually, yeah, I can just. All right, hold on. Save this one more time, just in case I want to back up to it. Canvas size. I think I can just, yeah, keeping everything centered, I can just drop this down to 1920 and shazam. It'll trim off the edges for me. Right? There you go. Looked funny for a second there, but all right, now I can just trim off the snow from the lower area there. I might just smush all the snow layers together, because the snow layers do all go together. I just don't need this color panel right now. I don't plan on using that for a while. Yeah, the snow layers all just like go together, so. Whoa, wait a second. I was like, how come it looks like it's moving down every time I slide back and forth? But it literally is. Hold on, what the heck was that? It was like, at first I thought it was just an optical illusion based on the fact that the, What? It's not doing it anymore. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Okay, anyways. I'll assume I was just hallucinating. Alright, yeah. Doop-a-doop. Should I squish the snow layers? That seems fine. Actually, before I squish the snow layers, let's like just double check the snow layers by like hiding the other layers, because they might need a little bit of cleanup before I squish them together, or after I squish them together. So let's just hide these for the temporary. Oops, wait, no, those are the snow layers. Don't hide those. Oh yeah, and apparently I didn't finish drawing the background layer there, but that looks pretty. That looks consistent enough. Like it's heaviest here, and then it just like tapers off. So that's, I think, probably fine. I'm gonna just, because now that I know about it, the background is gonna irk me. I'm just gonna whoa, that brush is way too big. Just gonna, oh, wrong layer, and wrong selection range. Alright. Not super important, but it's important to me. So good, cool. So yeah, I can squish the snow layers together. I'm comfortable now doing that. Alright, and then I can just clean that up, because not that it matters, but that would irk me. That would irk me a lot. Oops, too far. Over the line. Alright, let's get close. There we go. Blammo. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, so now I do have to perform. Yeah, there's a little more to do than just to. Oh, yeah, actually, no, you know what? there's more to do than just squish the layers together, because yeah, you know, before I do the next step, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save it as like yet another file, just basically like a progress save. I should probably be saving these somewhere else other than like in my project folder. Yeah, I'm gonna save these somewhere other than my project folder, but I don't know. I'm just nervous that I'm gonna mess something up and I'm gonna end up wasting a bunch of time trying to like recover something, blah blah blah. I don't know if that's even a likely scenario, but I'm gonna work with a easier conscience, or like an easier mind, if I don't have to worry about that stuff. So yeah, pictures. No, I'll put it. Yeah, whatever. I'll just put it in my pictures folder for now. All of these things. Oh yeah, wait. I'm not looking at it in Explorer. See. Whoa, what the heck just happened? No, go away. Stop. I have no clue what just happened. Projects. Journey. Yeah, so the logo. All this logo business. All this logo business. I'm just going to move it over here for now. Oh wait, I just copied it, didn't I? Or did I move it? No, good, I moved it. Okay, good. Oh yeah, the logo Krita version. Alright, I guess I might as well move this over just in case. The Krita version of the logo is so dumb and hilarious and bad. Good times. Alright, so for this, I will also save it to my pictures, and I'll save it as logo 3. Safety save. Yeah, why not? Because now I can squish the backgrounds together. I can squish the midgrounds together. I can squish the near grounds together, and that'll be easier, because then I can hide them individually. Like now I can go through one by one, and I can fix the seams. Actually, I should probably do them in order. So like, wait, yeah, there we go. Like now I can go through and I can fix each of these seams, because each of these. Oh yeah, I'll probably want to use a better transition for that than to just like cut it off like that. But you know, whatever. You guys are really good at making toys. Yeah, but then, so the other thing that I want to do is to put the text in, because this text that I have in the other image is not the, I can get rid of this layer too. The text that I have in this other image is not final, but it's like, it's representative in some regards. So yeah, specifically I want to put it here. Wait. Yeah? Oh yeah. Okay, so I put it in front of like the very background layer, which I guess maybe I don't even want to do that. Because for one thing, I don't want it necessarily to exceed the bounds of this. But yeah, so then the other thing that I'm going to do, right, so like I thwomped it on top of the clouds, but like the other thing that I want to do is basically like, I basically want to take from the background layer, wait, hold on. Yeah, I basically want to take from the background layer, the top layer of clouds, or like the very tippy-toppy cloudy business, and put it on like the near ground layer, I think. Yeah. And then because then nah, it's not really what I was going for. I do want to make it look like the logo is going through, like the text is going through the clouds, but yeah. Yes. The so 3 adventures whittle a collection of small toys for some precocious young children. That literally happened, and you're right. So the reason that the chirp, when you hear the little it almost sounds like a coin, like a coiny, like ching, like chimey, like chirpy, like bing, sort of like, I can't make it, but like when you hear that noise, that means one of those things happened. I still don't have a good name for them, like a passive event or like a growth opportunity or whatever. And the reason the chirpy noise plays is so that you'll know that it happened, and that is your cue to check out the screen. Because look, Creative 69er got 1 experience. Or well, wait, no, I mean, because right now it's just showing like the normal like 5 experience whatever scroll. But yeah, but it makes that noise so that you know to look here, because the little chirpy noise will come back. Bing! It'll come back soon enough, and that's your cue to check out the visuals, because the audio effects are basically in the game to let you know when is the correct time to look at the screen. And so in that case, it's because that's when you know who got the experience and how much experience they got. All right, so yeah, this cloud effect is not quite right. And by not quite right, I mean not right. So let's just undo a lot of that. And I probably don't want... Like, there's not even going to be a noticeable extent, except for the fact that it's in front of the clouds. There's not really a noticeable manner to which, like, this is any more or less in the world than when it's behind the background layer. And the only difference really is that the world looks cleaner when it has its background layer. Because, like, technically, if you look, like, right here, it's like, oh, yes, look, there's technically some other layer behind the logo, but no, I think for the sense of grandeur, all we really need to do is make it cut through the clouds right there. Oh, there aren't even that much clouds anymore. So maybe this is actually just fine. Maybe I don't need to cheat the clouds in any way. Maybe that's just, like, legit how it is. Maybe I just clean up the text, finish the... Like, clean up the seams in the background, clean up the text up here, and then that might be G2G. I am aware that the text is not very legible right now. I blocked it in mostly, but, like, I know I have to, like, separate the letters better, and I'm probably going to make them, welcome back, Flesh and Body. Yeah, I might add, like, something to them so that they don't just look so flat. Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking is actually like adding like a lot of depth to them to make them look like they're just like these enormous objects like on the world. Maybe? I don't know. I might not go that crazy with it. Simple is good sometimes, right? Oh, but yeah, simple is good, except like this lower ridge is not like this lower stripe across the bottom of the logo is not simple. So I probably want to... I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do it. I just know that I want to do it. Alright, so what if... hold on, let's hide these foreground layers for a second. Because, like, that is a really unfortunate part of the mountains to have taken, to be honest. Like, it would have been way better if the mountains were not like that. So, like, yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing these seams back together again. I'm not gonna be very graceful about it, because it's just like a temporary, like, first pass, and then if I like the new look, then I can go back and get really careful about it. Alright, so for starters, alright, I'm drawing on the correct layer. That's nice. It's always a nice thing. I'm just gonna get rid of these mountains a little bit, because this is like basically, like, we're right up against the seam to the river, so like this can just be like lower, basically. Just get rid of these mountains altogether. And then with these mountains out of the way, I might actually want to pierce the letters through the clouds, possibly. So basically, to do that, I'd basically just like, well, yeah, I guess I'd basically just like, instead of drawing in the clouds there, I could just like literally like cut through them. I don't know. Maybe. I might decide later that I don't want to do this, but if I did want to do it, it'd be something like this. So yeah, might as well give it a shot. Give it a go. See how it goes. See how it turns out. Doop-a-doop, doop-a-doop, doop, bleep-a-doop. Oh yeah, but then yeah. So then the other thing that I want to do is in these places where there would be clouds, I might want to yeah. So there are these little peaks of the sky through it, but oops. Actually, here I'll be a little bit more careful around this, carving around this mountain. Oops, my stylus. Don't mind me. Just trying to figure out how to hold a pencil in order to draw, which is way tougher than it sounds, apparently. I'm not actually going to get rid of all of this stuff. I'm just carving it out because it'll be easier to draw back in. Wait, is that true? Am I lying to myself? No, yeah, maybe I shouldn't get rid of all that stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, no, whatever. I'll just get rid of it for now. It won't be that hard to draw back in if I want to draw it back in. And it's not like I even need to. Like, most of this is covered by trees anyways. This is actually probably almost entirely covered by trees. This is almost, perhaps literally entirely covered by trees, so I really don't have to be too careful with how I draw this right here. So I'm basically just bringing up the cloud line a little bit. And then I can put it back in, again, if I feel like it. Where I feel like it. So yeah, like, alright. I probably just don't want nearly as many clouds either. Like, this cloud, like, extends way the heck across the screen. Whereas, oh, well, I'll have to change the snow if I do this, but no, maybe it's fine that the cloud extends that far. Yeah, so then the last thing I'll want to do is, like, add in another layer behind the text and put the clouds in that layer as well. And then clean up the edges, I guess, of, yeah, so basically just, have it look like the letters are coming in through the clouds, is the idea there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Something like that. And I guess I can bring this down a little further. A lot of this, again, won't be visible with the once I put the layers on top again. And I don't even know if I want the... I mean, like, I have to clean up the upper cloud line, too. Like, the part where it touches the mountains. But, yeah. I don't know. That's basically the idea. Actually, I don't even need to put it so far down. Yeah. Alright, so now let's go back to this layer, and now we can fix up the mountains and stuff. So I don't think I actually want to bring it up quite that high. Maybe a little high, though. Like, this isn't too crazy, I don't think. If someone donated... I don't know what would happen if someone donated 10K. I'd probably, like... No, I honestly don't know what would happen. Like, I would probably, like, freak out. Like, not just, like, I'm excited, but I'd probably, like, literally, like, freak out. I'd probably, like... And I don't know. I honestly don't know what would happen after that. I can tell you I've never been in that situation before. It's a little worrying, I guess, to just actually have no clue what I might do in life in this situation. But I guess there's some peace in the fact that I can be fairly certain that not certain that won't happen, but the odds of that happening are very slim. There is, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's I didn't know if it was an urban legend at first, but apparently it's actually quite true. There's some people who will literally, like, donate, like, $20,000, or, like, I think on record there've even been, like, $100,000 donations to, like, just random people on the internet, which I don't know. The first time I heard it, like, I was like, oh, so and so got it. I heard, like, I just heard people talking, like, oh, so and so got a $20,000 donation. I was like, yeah, and my uncle works at Nintendo, right? Like, I don't know. It just seemed like one of those things that like people say to sound like something cool is happening. But I don't know. Very, like I mentioned to one of my family members that oh yeah, of course there would be reaction videos. Yeah, I'd probably be something like that. It'd probably be reminiscent of whatever happens in those videos. That's probably what my reaction would be. Yeah, I mentioned to like you know, when I went to visit my family members and they're like, "Oh, what have you been doing?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I've been streaming a lot." And apparently they had heard like on BBC there was like a story about how yeah, there's someone very generous out there in the world. There's at least one very generous person out there in the world. Isn't there like one notorious person who's been like striking goodwill across the internets? I forget. I don't know. They made it sound like it was like, I forget what name it was, but like they mentioned like a particular person. I don't know what I did to that, but I don't want to save the changes, whatever I did to that. All right, so this is going all right. So what would it look like with the other layers back in? Yeah, this is about right, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, it's very subtle. Like, it's only if you look close do you notice that the letters are actually like piercing through the cloud layer. But yeah, whatever. It doesn't need to be a very in-your-face sort of effect. I do want to change the background somehow, because like just this like blue strip, white strip, black strip looks so weird. Like, I can't like that. I really can't like that. For one thing, it slaughters the legibility, the already like paltry legibility of what's happening here, and then yeah, it's just a mess in general. All right, so oh, I should have been more careful how I chopped these layers, because like I chopped this tree right in half, but I guess yeah, I'll just continue on for now. I'll just continue on fixing these seams. I don't really actually... Okay, so I'll fix the cloud seam, because that is visible. But, like, I should probably go actually from the front to the back, because I don't actually have to change the layers that... I don't have to change the layers that... Or the parts of the layers that aren't visible underneath other stuff. So, like, that's... Yeah, I should... What the heck is going on? Sometimes my tablet, like... Or, like, I don't know if it's my computer or my tablet, but, like, something takes over and it stops paying attention to the commands that I'm inputting. Yeah, some of this is probably going to be visible, but, yeah. Stop! What are you doing, you crazy tablet? Alright, I'll start from the front. Alright, so, deactivate all this stuff for now. Whoa! I drew that. Oh, no, that's a special layer. That is actually correct. I was like, did I draw that on the wrong layer? No, okay. Alright, so the snow layer we can do without that for now. Alright, so this is the first layer that I have to fix. Oh, I shouldn't have smushed these together, because I actually can get rid of this half tree, because that other tree is right behind it, and that would work just great. Hold on, did one of my safety saves? I think one of my safety... Hey, look, my safety saves. I'm not a crazy person. Not entirely. Alright. Let's open, what would it be? It would be safety save 1 down from what I'm on now. I'm on logo 3 now, right? So it'd be logo 2. Oh, wait. Wait, this one might be too far back. No, this might be right. Yeah, right, okay, right. Okay, so here's what I was just looking at. But now the layers are still separate, so near foreground, Snow River, I can just like go... like that. Oh, wait. Snow River near foreground. Snow River. Oh, no. Yeah, Snow River near foreground. How's that not correct? Snow River near foreground. Delete. What? That's Snow River near foreground. Don't you... Oh, not near foreground. Sorry, just near ground. Right, okay. Oops. Alright, Snow River near ground. There we go. Yeah, and that's cleaner already. And easier to... Now I just have to, like, cover up the rock and, like... Bada bing, bada boom. So, hold on. I won't save this because... oops, not resize. Canvas size. 1920. I won't save this, but I will... I can, like... harvest these edits from it. So let's put snow river near ground onto mountain snow near ground. Smush those together. And, oops. Hey, event time. Ah, what's happening? Ah, oh god. Ah, oh gosh. Alright, this should be easier to put back together. Nope, wrong layer. Wait, what? I copied that from the correct layer. Mountain snow near ground, right? Yeah, what the heck? Mountain snow near ground, copy. Did I paste it onto the wrong layer? Oh, I pasted it onto the wrong layer. Derp. So this layer, yeah. There we go. Except let's line it up. Wait, what is... Oh, this lines up like so. What the heck? What? Oh gosh, why... Sometimes, like, the stupid pixel movement tool thing, like, just freaks out. And it's like, oh, you want to move, like, 10 pixels at a time? Or, like, more than that? Like, no. No, I don't. Why would you think that? Why would you think that, crazy tool? Alright, so this is a better seam to work with. I already, like, fixed that one up, but think about as much as I can. Wait, did I just accidentally move it again? Oh god, what did... Stop, deselect, what's your problem? Are there any other seams from that layer that I want to fix up? No, I think the rest of them look pretty okay. Alright, so... Undo, 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 undo. Just in case I need to use that one again. Alright, cool. Cool. Yeah, so... Yeah, to fix this seam now, basically all I need to do is just fill in that one little patch of rock, and then bada bang, bada boom. Should I do the tree texture? I could just cover it with snow. Snow is easier. And if I feel like I should do the tree texture later, I can do the tree texture later. For now, that's like totally legit. Is it? I might want to try and do this. A little bit of the tree texture. It'll be hard to do it on one layer, but I can just, like, I don't have to do the whole thing. I can just, like, imply a bit of it. Using very precise cuts. No, that's fine. That's fine. Staying like that. Alright, so yeah, I do have to, yeah, that's fine. That's shippable. This is all going to be very small detail relative to the entire image, so it doesn't have to be like magically perfect forever, as long as it's pretty good. So yeah, so the river here, basically it just turns to ice a little more gradually. Is how it was before. Or no, it was excuse me, it was like a little bit it was like a little striated, like laterally. I don't know if striated is a word, but I like using it, so I'm gonna keep using it. And if someone tries to tell me it's not a word, I will tell them another fake word. A fake word that means that I don't care. I don't know. Alright, that's probably fine. Yeah, sure, why not? What is this stuff that's just like floating in the air? Just like cruft that's left over. Alright, that seam is a little untidy. I want to fix that up ever so slightly. And by ever so slightly, I mean like so. And fix the footprints a little bit. Actually, yeah, fix the footprints a lot of it. Not that it matters, but there we go. Alright, cool. And now, yeah, so for the other layers, I think those are literally all the seams. I think the rest of this was one contiguous piece. No, it wasn't. Huh. But, oh yeah, here's where the other seam was. I was like, where? I was like, that wasn't one whole piece. How did it? Alright. Alright, so yeah, this color first. Let's finish off the shape that would have been like that. Thereabouts. And then the shading. And then, yeah, that's most of it. Alright, cool. And so now, yeah, so for the other layers, now we only have to really, like, Like, because this is gonna, like, these trees are gonna cover up a lot of the sins in the background. So that layer is fine. Well, I mean, that was a pretty simple layer. I didn't merge anything there. Yeah, fuckerwed. That's what. That's what I say to people who think I make up words. Fuckerwed. They can go. No, wait, that was gonna sound rude. What I was about to say. All right. So, oh wait, what's going on here? Was that on the? What is going on here? Hold on. Yeah, that's not intentional. How did that get there? That's just not supposed to be there at all. What the heck? Why is there grass over here? There's not supposed to be grass over here. I must have just like failed to remove part of this. So, alright, once again, let's go to our other image that was before the layers were squished together. Yep, there it is. So that must have been from the from the Snow River? Mountain Snow? Oh no, sorry, Snow River Forest near ground. Here we go. Okay, so I just accidentally caught a little too much. Whoops, wrong key. Caught a little too much of that. So let's go to the Mountain Snow near ground. Copy this, and then yeah, there we go. Better. All right, and now we can restore the midground. And yeah, a lot of the seams, like if I think if I hid the foreground then, or the near ground, there'd be a lot more stuff like this that we would see. But because the foreground is there, like we can't really even see anything particularly messy in the background. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, well, it's not even that messy. It's just like this line here. But that, like, it just gets covered up. Yeah, it just gets completely covered up by trees, so we don't have to bother with it. Because unlike most of the game, these layers don't actually parallax relative to each other. Oh, wait. I don't know if you meant to, Joris, but were you making a Homestar Runner joke? No, wait, what was the made-up word on... what was the made-up... Does anyone know the made-up word that I'm thinking of right now? It's like... Fukugu... I don't remember what it was. But it sounds like it sounds like Joris' word. Except I think it had a Q in it. Fukugu gods or something like that. Man, Homestar Runner. Alright. Wait, no, oops. I'm not supposed to be using the paint tool. I'm supposed to be using the eraser tool here. What layer am I on? I'm also supposed to be on the correct layer. That would also be nice. What is this stupid stuff in the sky? Alright, so what am I doing here? I'm just, like, smoothing out these banks. Oh, these banks change color for some reason. Oh, God, stop! Stupid tablet! Or whatever is doing that. Stop doing that. I don't know if it's paint or my tablet or what. What's going on here? Oh, no, that's... that's actually intentional. That's supposed to be a tree trunk. Hypothetically. So I don't have to fix that part. I don't know, for some reason the shoreline changes color, so I'll just put that behind the, yeah, I'll put the seam, I'll just extend the color of the shore as far as this bush, and then it'll magically change colors behind the bush. Who knows what causes it? Science can't explain it. We'll have a little bit more of this, and then we'll extend this bush so that it has like a natural resolution to it. Actually, the bush, I think I was just lazy and I didn't shade this bush correctly, because it's actually supposed to be shaded more like that. Although I probably shouldn't change the brush width of the shading, because it's gonna look, yeah, because look at the brush width of this shade. Oh, God, tablet, stop that. Not fun. Never fun. Never entertaining. I don't appreciate. Stop. Wow, look at the brushes. Look at that brushmanship. Yeah, it gets really abstract a little bit. But again, from like this distance, like it'll mostly be seen from like a distance, like probably not much closer than this. So that's why it doesn't super matter if it's like a little bit scruggly. All right. So now, yeah. All right. So this is not taking too long. We're making progress. Because after this, it's like wow, the background might be good already. Because, like, the background's really low. Okay, no, so I do need to fix that one seam. And I might be able to, like, fix it by just copy and pasting a lot of it. Because, like, I think one thing I kind of want to do is, I was going to say, one thing I might want to do is to, these trees, like, basically touch. So, like, you kind of lose, like, the hilly area without trees. So, I guess that's fine. I guess it's not, like, a problem or anything. But, like, you know what I really should have done? Is I really should have started, yeah, you know what? I'm probably not gonna change it now. I might change it at some point in the future if I get annoyed by it. But, like, the mountain to snow transition I should not have featured. I should have started in snow, and then gone to river, and then gone to forest, and then gone to mountains. Because, like, the snow would have made way more sense if it was up against the edge of the screen. Right now, it's just, like, weird. It's just really weird. But it's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that. 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 Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't have to change it. I'm just going to leave it like that. Alright. Alright. We're good. Okay, so yeah, so I do have a little bit of cleanup work here. Yeah, so whatever. I'm just gonna like clear cut some of this stuff right here, and then just like resolve this edge of the hill as such, and like tone down some of that vegetation, like some of the greenery, as such, and boom, easy, fixed. Yes. Actually, I might not want to end it as quite as abruptly, so I'll just like have it come down like that. But now, like literally, like the forest is like the snow list. Hey, that's the little chirpy thing. So if we look over at the graphics now, I'll make him look silly in like crazy mode. Yeah. So Light Up Man, hey, plus 2 experience, and wow, look at those special effects. Those are all the special effects. All of the special effects, all at the same time. Alright. So you could still technically see a little bit of the level up special effects there. Yes. Oh, yeah. So, oh, hey, look, another level up. Look at all these level ups. So the little chirp sound, that was, yeah, that was, oh, sorry for the whole Hall of Time. So the chirp you heard was that a dragonfly zips by 6 adventures, and so the 6 adventures that it sorry, I'm just having fun with the visual effects. The adventures that it the adventures that it zipped past are the ones that gained experience. It's just like it's just supposed to be like a sorry. I'm seriously right now. I'm at like the kids' science museum, the Children's Museum of Science. I'm at like one of those displays where it's like, sorry. Yeah. So the those little events. Oh, is it again? All right. Is it that it's sometimes my mouth is in sync, and then sometimes it just like falls out of sync. Like, is it now in sync now that I reset the camera? Because it might just be that it's always out of sync, and if that's the case, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, I know one way to make it so that my mouth is not out of sync. If I, thank you, Terrence. Like someone said that last week, and that was the first time I'd ever heard it before. But I think it was a compliment, so thank you. All right, let's so that was fun. That was good fun that we had with. Oh wow, okay, so I'm done with the background now. Yeah, so the thing I don't like about like this blue and then with the white and then with the black is that it looks like another cloud layer, and that's weird. There shouldn't be like two cloud layers. To be honest, like what it was actually supposed to be was like Earth. Wait, hold on. Earth, weather balloon, images. Yeah, basically what I was trying to pick there was like the soft edge of the Earth's atmosphere, kind of. But I guess I didn't do a very good job of it because actually there isn't really that white strip. I like one of the images that I saw elsewhere. It looked a little bit different. So maybe I should just get rid of the white strip. Maybe that's magically. Maybe everything's better if I just get rid of that white strip. I mean, I know obviously it won't be, but let's find out. Alright, so yeah, let's get a big brush. Big brush. Bigger. Bigger. Yeah, there we go. And so let's I don't know what to do with like this layer of like the background. I could just do something like this, I guess. Because like the reason I was going with it, I mean I could just like go completely black. No, I think that would look a little too dour, a little too dreary. Yeah, no, I definitely don't like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the white stripe there necessarily because of the clouds. I don't necessarily like this either per se, but I don't know exactly what else I would be doing. I could just keep it all blue. What would that look like? I don't know if I've tried that yet. Wait, here, I can do this quicker. I don't necessarily like that better, actually. That might be okay. Maybe I should keep it like that and then change the text color. Oops, not like that. It's like I don't know what I want the text color to be. I was thinking somewhere in the red tones. I like red. Is why. I don't know if this is an improvement necessarily. I don't think I like the tall sky. I don't think this is necessarily an improvement. So, but this isn't good either, so. This isn't bad though, actually. Maybe I'll just like, what if I just brought the sky up a little further? Oops, not that far. If it was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, what if it was just like above the, because like the bottoms of the letters are really tall, right? They come up above the sky, they could come up above the cloud line, like the, you know, the dip of the Q, the E, the D, and all that. Like they don't dip, you know, that all comes up a little bit higher. So what if this line was just like slightly above that line? I don't know. I mean, it's not like the lettering is final, so I can keep fixing the lettering. But what if it was like, I don't know, like that maybe? Oh yeah. Side quest. Side quest is probably always going to be a work in progress, right? Because like I can always add more character art, and I have to add more character art. Probably not in the not too distant future, I imagine, because Lauren is pretty close to decked out, right? I think he's still got a few pieces of. Whoops. Hey, by the way, Kamega, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Sorry, I'm just gonna make the screen look weird. I won't get as distracted by their stuff. But yeah. All right. So yeah, Lauren's not not max level yet, but but oh, Lauren, you have your sandals now. Congratulations. Uh, yeah, you can't be like more than like 1 or 2 levels, or like 2 or 3 levels, maybe like yeah, 2 or 3 levels away. Maybe we'll see. Uh, no, that sheet that says level 50 or whatever, that's just a spreadsheet. Like, you know how when you have a spreadsheet, you can like select like the formula and just drag down to like however far to just keep the formula going. The only reason that sheet goes to like 50 whatever is because I just dragged the formula down to see to that far to see how the formula would play out over those levels. In terms of like levels in the game, well, we'll know when you exceed the max level, because right now when a player exceeds the max level, the game just crashes. Uh, how many levels do I have? Equipment, order. So you have the sandals. Oh, do you have the shawl yet? No, you don't have the shawl. So therefore, yeah. So oh no, hood, no dark, same level. So if you have 3 levels until your max level, and then once you get one more level after that, the game will crash. um, um, oh yeah. Some of the I try and balance it, because like some of the upgrades aren't going to be like crazy, like in your face exciting things. So I try to balance it so it's like something, so it's like I try not to put too many of those in a row. So like there are subtle changes, like when you get your sandals, for example, like you're not going to notice that. Like it's entirely like especially if like we're in the snow and you get your sandals, for one thing, that's highly impractical. Why would that happen? But for another thing, like it's going to be so subtle that you're probably not even going to notice it. But yeah, I just yeah, I try and give something interesting, like the cape, followed by something less interesting, followed by something more interesting. And like it's not always uninteresting. Like the scepter is still kind of interesting. I try and like spread them out. A preview. So the game that we're working on right now is actually what's happening right here. This is literally the game itself. So yeah. So you certainly can see a preview. You can see it, right? All right. Yeah. So if the way the game plays out, in the not too distant future, Trusty Bard will probably chime in. Trusty Bard is the technically he's a robot, but don't tell him that. He's also Trusty Bard is the character that runs the game, and he's kind of like the storyteller. The idea is that like we're kind of like this, like everyone here is like you'll notice like everyone here has a character in the game. I don't know, your character has probably walked across the screen by now. Maybe will soon. You have a character in the game, and oh wait, did I ever? Sorry, just one sec. I forget if yeah, Trusty Bard. He has a very strong sense of propriety. What is proper and what is not, and so it's not polite to call people robots, according to Trusty Bard. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. I meant to. So when I added in lurk mode, I wanted to make it so that when you exit lurk mode, you get added to the join queue, and I forget if I actually did that or not. So I'm just going to check real quick. And the place you exit lurk mode is actually down here. It is in this region. Lurking. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, yeah. At some point, you'll see your character walk across the screen, and yeah, so like you can see there are adventures that correspond to the characters or the players here in this channel, and yeah. So Trusty Bard will tell you essentially what's like happening in the story, and it usually has something to do with like some adventures or other curious situations that we might find ourselves in on our travels. Through strange and mysterious lands, and no, I don't know. All right, yeah, and right now I'm working on a logo, as has been pointed out. And oh wait, I wasn't supposed to use paint. I was supposed to whoops, I was just supposed to use the eraser. Right. So wait, hold on. So color pick this color, and then use the eraser tool. Right. Nope, wrong layer. There we go. Eraser tool, there we go. Alright, better. There we go. I'll stop saying there we go. Eventually. Alright, so yeah, so I basically... Yeah, I this lettering is like a mess, of course, but I like the general shape of it, so I'm going to keep a lot of it, and then just kind of like re-sculpt it to look less wiggly and weird and like schma. Wait, hold on, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'll try not to work under my head. If I'm working on a fine detail area and it's underneath my head, I apologize. Feel free to tell me to like move the canvas or whatever. But it just helps to use more of the screen, so that way I can actually I don't really need to worry about layers right now, so I'll move it over this way. I'll switch the layers thing. I'll move the... Oh yeah, that's probably better. I'll put the layers thing over on that side. So that'll be more behind my head, and that'll give me more room on the other side to do whatever else. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is good. I just wanted to make it as big as I could, basically, so that I can work on it in closer detail. Yes, this should be good. So yeah, I'm basically just tidying up the lettering, and I want to make sure it's... Actually, I'm just going to straight up close the layers thing for now, because I like that I can see like the little preview over here, so that way I can tell if I'm getting like the line width okay, and like... Actually, I guess the real test is, I guess you can't see it right now because it's off the top of the screen, but at the top of the screen there's like this tiny preview, and like ideally it would be legible in this tiny preview too, so we'll see if I can hit that. Actually, I guess that doesn't actually make the canvas any bigger to make it bigger, so I might as well leave that on screen. So because that's the true test. If I can get it legible in here, I'll know I've hit the mark. It might be hard because because the tail of the Q comes down into this lighter range. Like I might not be able to get it literally 100% legible up in that one up there, but it's worth a shot, right? Set the bar high, and that way set the goals high. I think I will, and that way. I keep using the wrong tool. Yeah, if I set the goal for myself high, then maybe I'll stand a better chance of at least coming close. Alright, so yeah, I'm basically just reshaping it. I'm widening the gaps. Whoops. When I'm using the correct tools, I'm using them to widen the gaps between the characters and widen the space between the characters and thicken up the characters as much as I can, respecting the space between the characters as much as I can. And that's the name of the game. And since I'm working on art tasks, if people have questions, one of the nice... Whoa, why did it just slide? I did nothing to indicate it should slide. And yet... yeah, if people have questions. Does the name pop up if you talk more in chat? The name only pops up if you talk in chat. Until you talk in chat, you do have a character before your name. Yeah. Yeah. So the reason you saw your name right after you said that is because this is a feature I added in relatively recently. I call it lurk mode because basically what you can do, the way the game treats players is that everyone has a character. Why does it keep doing that? That's really annoying. Whenever I touch the edge of the screen, it starts to slide. Hold on, I'm gonna... what am I gonna do? I'm going to save this all, and then I'm going to... yeah, since I don't have any specific plans for like the for what happens outside of the frame, I think I'm just gonna work on the smaller version at first, and then at some point, if I feel like making the expanded version, I can make the expanded version later. Because there's nothing about the expanded version that will actually change how I do this version. So I'm just gonna cut this in half. 1920, 960, I think is half of that, right? 960. Yeah, so this is the size of what the logo is actually supposed to be. And then now hopefully the screen will stop sliding up and down when I'm trying to draw. That'd be nice if it would be so kind as to yeah. And again, I'm going to save this as logo 4 just in case I've made some weird oversight. Alright, so did I finish explaining what lurk mode was? No, I probably got distracted. Lurk mode is yeah, like, do you ever go into like a chat channel and like even before you like, I don't know, this sometimes like when I'm just browsing channels, I'll like go into a channel, and the first thing I do when I'm in a new channel is I'm kind of there to like check it out, like see what's going on, like see what's up, see what it's about. But like every now and again, like I'll get like outed isn't like the right word, but like I'll get like called out, I guess. And like for me that's not a pleasant feeling. For whatever reason, like just sometimes I like to just, you know, play, like be cool, just like go at my own pace, like, you know, if I feel like engaging in what's happening, I will engage in what's happening. And like, I don't know. I know that's probably not how everyone feels, but I think that it's a valid approach to like browsing a stream. So yeah, it used to be that just names showed up all the time, because everyone has a character, regardless of whether your name shows up. You do have a character. You do still have a character in the game, and so that doesn't change. But yeah, so what lurk mode is, the mode that what I added in with lurk mode is it's not until you say anything in chat. As long as you're silent in chat, it won't show your name in the game. And then as soon as you say something in chat, it will cue your character to enter the screen immediately. So that way, as soon as you say something in chat, it's kind of like that confirmation that, hey, look, yes, you do in fact have a character in the game. So yeah. It's not the most important feature of the game, but it was important to me because I want people to feel comfortable. I don't want to scare. I don't want to like freak people out by like showing their name on screen when they didn't expect it or want it to be there. And again, like to a lot of people, like no one, like they just won't even care about that. Like that's not even like a concern or anything. But I don't know. To some people, it could be. This S is weird. I think it's like a little too droopy. Here. I'm not a typographist, or whatever you call people who make typography. Typographer. It's probably a better word than typographist. Yeah. So, yeah, I was going to say, if people have questions, I've gotten pretty good at talking while drawing. I don't always have things to say myself while drawing, like, because sometimes what I'm saying is, now I will draw this line here. Now I will draw this line here. Now I will draw this line here. But if people have questions, I'm happy to. I'm happy to answer it most times. But this is an example of one of those activities that I am better inclined to. You got it figured out pretty well, Torpid Sloth. You chased some chickens or ducks. Was it ducks? Yeah, you chased some ducks. That's how the game is played. So. Yeah, there are more advanced strategies that you can employ, like once you get a better sense of like how the event system works. But you definitely have the gist of it down pat. Trusty Bard says stuff, and then you can choose what to do. And yeah, so those are like the action, those are actions as part of the event system. And so yeah, so there's a bug where sometimes the sound doesn't play, but like. At the beginning of an event, a sound plays, like it's like this like wah 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 sound. It's kind of, that's not what it sounds like, but like that's, I don't know. That's my best shot at reproducing what that sound like, what the sound is like. So it's like this like ringing sound kind of, or like chiming, ringing, I don't know how to describe it, type of sound. And that indicates the start of an event. And when that happens, Trusty Bard will explain like we'll explain the situation with just like a brief little bit of text, like he did, like with the description of the farm, and so for an event there's always at least like a few actions that you can take that are available to you, and Trusty Bard always mentions what those are as well. And then yeah, so you get to choose what actions to take. And oh, this is yeah, this is definitely too close. I should there's a noticeable chance that I might have to resize these letters again, so I should probably do this, like I should probably space the letters out before I go too crazy with getting super detailed on any one, in case I have to like mutate them in order to get them to do whatever. Uh, but then again, this U has a lot of space in between, or in the middle of it, so yeah, this is going to be kind of a weird font, or like kind of a weird character set, because like there's not going to be like a lot of uniformity to it. It's supposed to seem crammed in. Like the letters are supposed to seem like I'm basically trying to occupy as much space as possible. Like the I is like squished up here because the D and the S are like all close together, and like the E. Oh yeah, I kind of lost that when I was like reshaping stuff, but yeah, actually let me see if I can restore that, because I kind of liked it better before. The E was supposed to like kind of bend more this way, not quite to this extent, but like it was supposed to bend more like this. It was supposed to, yeah, I kind of lost that because the hook of the E was supposed to like come in underneath the Q, and then the D was supposed to, yeah, I kind of undid it just gradually. Shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, the D was supposed to be slanted. Whoops. Oh well. Well, that wasn't too hard to restore. But yeah, little things like that. I shouldn't spend too much time making the letters perfectly perfect 100%, because there are probably a few more things like that I'm going to have to fix as I remember them. So yeah, so... Alright, that could be worse. This could be a lot better, though. Yeah, I guess part of the reason I had cut it back the other direction was because like it kind of squishes the middle of the E if I do that too much. So maybe, yeah, actually maybe it was better before. I guess I don't have to go crazy with like squeezing the letters together. Yeah, that's probably good enough. All right. So right, I guess there was a reason that I did that. But yeah, so basically, yeah, the letters are supposed to, like the E's are like these two E's. There are two E's in this word, and I'm gonna try and make them similarly shaped, but they're not gonna be like exactly the same shape either. Actually, they kind of could. They kind of, well, except for that this E doesn't have as much room in the bottom. Like other than that, they could be the same shape relatively. And there's some things that I like about this shape more than I like about this one. But actually, hold on. Let me continue, kind of like nudging this stuff around, because yeah, I want to try and get like a consistent line width. And like for example, this D is probably too thick. Like I can probably make this D thinner, because like compared to the rest of the lines, the D is pretty hefty. So like yeah, little things like that in terms of like touching up the line weight. I'll probably want to tackle that at some point. And now there's like some extra space between the E and the Q. So yeah, again, I'll just keep nudging stuff, see where it fits best, and hopefully by the end of this process, it'll all kind of sink into its appropriate spot in this layout. Oops, that was way too much. Oh yeah, that's another thing, is I want there to be like more of a sharpness to some of these lines. Yeah, I don't want the edges to be too rounded. A little rounded is okay, actually. Yeah, no, this is fine. Okay. Yeah, so the other thing about this lettering that's a little interesting, it's not my favorite thing about it, but the Q is lowercase. Originally I wrote SideQuest in all lowercase. Well no, originally I wrote it with capital S, capital Q, but then I wrote it with capital S, lowercase q, then I wrote it with lowercase s, lowercase q, and now I've gone back to writing it capital S, capital Q. But the way I set up the logo, like it doesn't work very well with a capital Q. Like it just doesn't work with a capital Q, because like it looks like an O, because like the tail of the Q is like down here and you don't even really see it. Like with the lowercase q, it looks it can look more like a Q, or at least it's less confusable. Like it doesn't look magically great, forever hooray, but it looks a little bit better. Once I'm done with these letters, I should hide the foreground and everything, and make sure that the bottoms like resolve as well as they can, because I think this Q is a little misshapen, but it's like it's a little hard to see with the background there. But for legibility, I need to make sure that it's legible with the back, or with the, not the background, but the the environment art down there. I think I'm going to shave the tops of the U, because it's not important that the U actually touch the top of the screen. It's actually not important that the E touch the top of the screen either, now that I think about it. The D, it makes more sense to touch the top of the screen. Actually, no, I do think I do like it better when it touches the top of the screen. It's just like, it emphasizes the squished in nature of like the space economy, like how tightly everything is pushed in together. Hey, so that is an example of a passive event. So if we look at the screen's going to look weird for a second. If Dogland got 7 experience, I got 7 experience, Light Up Man got 7 experience, and yeah, 6 adventures. So the next adventures should be walking on screen, because yeah, just I might want to put a delay between like when the chirp happens and when the name tags show up, because like right now, as soon as the chirp happens, if any of those players were on screen when like the past event happens, which is when the chirp plays, it will show their name tag immediately. So hey, look at that! Look, someone leveled up. So sometimes it's a little easy to miss with some of those things, but yeah. It makes me really happy to see If Dogland walk across the screen. It's just it's a little ridiculous, but in a fun way. So yeah, who leveled up? Oh, it's someone in lurker mode leveled up, and so it doesn't actually show their name tag. But whoever it was, good for them. It's someone of fairly high level, because they have some pretty good gear. All right. I like that the characters look more diverse now, because like, do you remember like back when the first do you remember like when the for those of you who were here, like when this first went into open beta, like everyone looked the same because everyone started at level 0 together, and yeah, but now there's like, there's like a good it doesn't look quite as samey all the way across. So all right, I'll stop ogling at the game and get back to drawing the letters. Yeah, the quest just seems like I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I'm actually gonna right now. I'm gonna squish the side a little tighter, so that the quest can have a little more breathing room. So I want to go like. I want to cut all the space out from. Whoa! What the heck is happening? What? What just happened? I didn't pick up. Oh, maybe I moved my tablet, my stylus off the effective range in the. Oh, that was the event noise, by the way. In case anyone was curious, I think I moved my tablet off, or my stylus off the effective range of the tablet, and it just stopped. Like, I don't know. It acted as if I had picked the mouse up, even though I kept it in contact the whole time. All right, I'm just gonna put this like more like that for starters. How far did I move that? Not too far. Oh, and I moved it down. I didn't mean to move it down. I just meant to move it over. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, I mean, I can just keep wiggling this around, because like I just feel like I'm gonna need a little more space for these other letters. But actually, maybe that's not true. I would like a little more room for the Q, I think, is actually what I want. So maybe I should just move the E over. Yeah, maybe I'll just move the E over for now. Let's actually get rid of all of this. Ooh, and all this. And then just slide the E over. Just because, like, the Q is an important letter, right? It's like the S and the Q are like some of the most important letters in the thing. So I just felt too claustrophobic right here. Just the Q just. I'm just gonna cheat it to be a little bit wider. Just give it a little more breathing room than the rest of the characters have. Not even that much. Like, that's all, basically. I just wanted to do that, I guess. And I think that just looks better. In some ways. Yeah, the space that this E has just is a little bit weird. I could, no. Yeah, it'd be nice if the letters, like, fit together a little more puzzly. Like, the whole SIDE thing, like, that works well, and then, like, I don't know, the rest of them are mostly, like, top-heavy, and then, like, there's this, I don't know, whatever. It's good enough. So, yeah. Alright, so this E should probably look a little more like the other E. And this S doesn't have to look like the other S, because this S isn't as important as the other S. Which is kind of funny, but, yeah. It should look relatively, it shouldn't look completely different, though. It should look in the same, like, school of design, I guess. If you can call this design. Yeah, it doesn't have as much room. Like, it doesn't have as much room on the top because of the T that cuts across here, and it doesn't have as much room on the bottom because the E kind of like, the E, I don't know, it wants to jet out further. And yeah, like with the S, I can make the E look a little more like the, I can make them look a little, again, more like they're from like the same set of typography or whatever. Excuse me. Yeah. School of, yeah. I don't know. I was just actually, right as you were saying that, Matt, I was like, I should stop talking about this stuff because I really don't know what words I'm using. So like basically like the same font family, I guess, right? Like it should, like it doesn't literally have to look like I'm not trying to look like this was made by a machine. It's supposed to look loose and like more organic, but it should at least look like it was made by the same family of organisms, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it exactly. I don't know like the technical terms for it actually, but yeah, I just cohesive is a nice word to describe like how it should just like it should work together, or it should like fit together. It shouldn't look weird together, I guess, is like the important part. Oops, that was way too close. So yeah, the other E has like this slightly weird hook to it. I don't know if I should try and replicate it or if I should make the other one less weird, but whatever. It's something like this. It's roughly like this. Alright, they look a little more similar before. They looked very different before. Or they look a little more similar than before. They looked very different before, yeah. Again, these are really close. Although this T doesn't need the little hook tail necessarily, so I can squish that a little bit. Especially because to get this S looking like the other S, I'd actually want it to be a little slantier through here. I guess well, actually no, yeah, this is kind of important. So I might need more room for this S. So maybe I should just quit the hook tail off the T. That way I can just kind of like slant it up against the side. I'm just gonna basically, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm basically just gonna redraw the T real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I might redraw it again immediately after, but I basically just want more room for the the S to like have some space down there. So I'm thinking I'll put the T on an axis, or like tilt it, right? Put it like so. And then put the bar across, like, or wait, no, I shouldn't make it not orthogonal, or I shouldn't make it like slanty, but I don't know, like this maybe. And I can make the T a little bit thicker too, because it has like plenty of space over on this edge of the screen. And now I have more space for the S, which is nice, because yeah, like just to get it even like on par with like the other letters, like it needed more of a curved space in here in order to have that. In order to have that. Stop. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, in order for it to have more space, it just needed that T to shove over. So this is almost vaguely legible here. Like, it's not, the entire word isn't literally legible, but like you can distinguish between the individual characters. So apart from the fact that you can't read exactly what it says, you can kind of almost. And that is basically my goal. So that's good. We're on the right track. We're making progress. We're progressing pretty steadily. And I think this is basically going to be it. Once I finish this, I'm basically going to call the logo done. At least in its initial version. Because I don't have like much more inspiration for like what I want to do with the logo, so I probably will want to change the logo at some point. But I can figure that out when I am so inspired. Like I don't have to force it, right? I can just wait until like inspiration dawns on me. And kind of all over the place. I'm basically just like eyeing the scene, and anything that jumps out at me, I'm just kind of like changing it a little bit. And just kind of, I know this side of the scene still needs the most work because this side is still the roughest. But whoa, oh, I was like, what is that slash there? But it's on the other layer. It's on this layer. Oops, wrong layer. This on this layer. There we go. Okay. Not super important, but whatever. Alright, so you guys are really good. I have it on firm authority that you are geniuses. I don't know, my gut tells me so. Oh, actually, hold on. I just want to see something real quick. What do emotes look like in IRC? In IRC speak. Hold on, I'm just gonna copy this real quick. And wait, that's a thing. I don't want to get rid of that by accident. So the whole is a genius thing. Where is that? Oh, action. That's funny. Okay, so it comes through IRC, like those emotes come through as action is a genius. Because I was just thinking, like, action action is not only a genius, but action is more genius. According to you guys. I was just thinking about that because, like, I can make it so that if I wanted to, I can make it so that that's a valid way to interact with the game. Like, because like the idea with the action tags is that you're actually like, well, taking an action, for example. So I don't know. Like, so how would I do that? It would be like action. I don't know. I'll think about it. But there might be like, I don't know. I mean, right now it works now. So like right now, if you did like action, like what was the last event? The last event was King Day. So if you said like action, declares a national holiday. Oh yeah. Well, so the funny thing about the way that the chat filter works is declare. Oh, and I could change this actually. I shouldn't though. Like declares, doesn't work. But so you'll see this in chat before I'm finished saying it. But declares does. What I mean by that is declares. So because the action tag is declare. So like because there's the S at the end, it doesn't recognize that as the correct action tag. However, if you break it with any punctuation, then it actually does work. So I know it's not like it's not like proper grammatical usage of an apostrophe to do that, but like if you were to say like if you're just, how do you do action? Like, but if you say like action declares a national holiday. I don't know I don't know how actually to make emotes in Twitch chat, which is a little embarrassing. But like you get what hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Like action declares national holiday. You could have it. Oh yeah. So like for example, you could say like or like action gathers reagents or whatever. Right. Like again, I don't know how to do emotes in Twitch chat, but you know, I think that I'm pretty sure the game would pick that up as valid input if anyone felt like doing that. What is the point of this? Oh, the point of this event is focus. What was the other one? Recite. Okay. Yes. Right. Action is mindlessly refreshing Reddit now. Yeah. Okay. So, action equals action. For every action, there is an equal and opposite. Equals action. Alright, I'll get back to what I was working on. Oh, look how close this Q and this E are. That's too close. Too close for comfort. So I'm going to change the shape of the Q. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like that. I'm going to bring the U up a little bit. Oops. Wrong tool. I'm going to bring the U up a little bit because I don't want the Q to be that close to the E, but I also want to make sure that the Q has enough space to have its tail visible, because without the Q's tail visible, it could look like a 9 or like a weird P or something. And no one likes a weird P. Sorry. Yeah, so kind of like with the I, I'm just going to make this one of those like little league characters. Like it's going to be like a slightly squished character. You know, it's just going to, that way the Q has nice big space for the Q tail down here. And everyone's happy. Everyone wins. And actually, yeah, I guess if it's smaller, I can have a little more space for it too. Cool. Cool. Sorry, what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was making the U tiny. Oh yeah, and this U is too close over here too. Wow. This whole side of the screen is tightly spaced, which is why I was thinking earlier that I'll probably want to move it over a little bit, because it's still very tightly spaced. This is better though. Yeah. It doesn't have to be so like, I don't know why it fans out. Oh, because the E curves in, so it like has extra space up there, but it doesn't really need to do that. It can stay mostly straight up and down. That's better, I think. So safety save, not like a full safety save, but just like a partial safety save. Save faster. Save faster. Alright. I like how it stayed at like 5% saving. It was like the progress bar was at 5% and just stayed at 5% until it was done. Sure, why not? Alright. So yeah, what else was I doing here? Just cleaning up these lines, I guess. Just getting these curves better. So we're working on, I'm on like the very edge of the tablet now. Like my hand is not on the tablet anymore. It's like off the tablet because I'm working on the very edge of this. Whoops, I'm working on the very edge of the screen, so it's slightly awkward. Or it's just different. And it's different in a way that I must now get used to. Ah! And there's this awkward button on the side. I honestly wish I could just rip this button off the side of the stylus, because I keep accidentally pressing this. There's like this button on the side of the stylus that's supposed to be a right click button, so like so that way I can click the button on the side of the stylus if I feel like right clicking, but it doesn't even work. All it does is when I accidentally press it, like with my thumb, as I'm moving the stylus around, it just acts as if it just interrupts whatever brushstroke I'm in the middle of drawing. That's the only function, as far as I can tell, that's the only function that it serves right now, which is, as you might guess, not a helpful function. Oh yeah, originally I was thinking I would move these characters to separate layers, because it was hard to work between them. But I guess if anyone remembered that and was wondering why I didn't do it, it's basically, I guess, because I realized that I wanted the characters not to be so tightly spaced that it actually it was good to keep them on the same layer so that I didn't accidentally space them, because in order to draw them I needed enough space between the characters. So yeah, go figure. I mean, if I felt like it, I could still add like I could change something about how this is set up. Like I could thicken the characters by putting like a backdrop around them or something. Like I'd go in with like I need to, once I'm done getting these characters shaped right, I need to go in like very closely and fix a lot of these edges, because these edges are just a little more wobbly than I think I'd like them to be. They just don't look like, just like this stuff, like that's really wobbly, and I should probably just go around and make it much tidier around the edges. Probably. I think I'm just gonna have whoa, what on earth is happening right now? I somehow accidentally picked up the gradient tool or something. I have no clue what that was. Oh, chat. So straw polls, or links in general will get automatically removed. But fun thing about that is that people with better Twitch TV actually can see links even if the links were supposed to get removed. Fun fact. You're not going to get banned for it or anything. I have links disabled because I can't moderate links. I mean, I can, but it's too distracting when I have to moderate links as well. So yeah, if you post a link, not everyone will see it. And I don't have a way that I can disable links in Better Twitch TV. Better Twitch TV is just a cheater like that. And so so people who are using Better Twitch TV are just kind of like on their own in terms of link moderation. They just have to deal with the fact that their links are going to be unmoderated, is basically the deal there. Alright, so this is pretty close to how I'm hoping for it to be. And I think now the last thing to do will just be to go in and clean up the lines. Mostly. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So, yeah, I could just do that. It shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. I hope not. It's just like, there's just some things that, there's some things that it's just like it's nice to, with the tablet, like you can get, well, actually maybe I shouldn't bother with like the lines that are just like a little bit wiggly. Whoa, what the heck just happened? I must have clicked on the sidebar, scroll bar or something. Yeah, I might just not care about the lines that are like a little bit wiggly. Because like even if I go in closely, they're still going to be a little bit wiggly. They're not going to be as wiggly. They're going to be slightly less wiggly. They're still going to be a little wiggly. And like, I don't know. I'm like actually nervous about going in at this level of magnification, because like I'm probably going to be changing things, like accidentally like changing the, like in subtle ways I'll be accidentally like changing the shape of the letters in a way that I don't necessarily prefer. So I might just leave it a little bit wiggly. So maybe I should do like a special treatment to the yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be a huge improvement. Let me see. Is that like so much better than it was before? Not really. Whoops. Oh, I don't want to do that. Uh, yeah, I might just not worry about that. Because, like, I'm looking at it really big right now, but actually, like, most often it's going to be, like, you know, more like this size. And, like, at this point, like, the wiggliness is a lot less noticeable, and, like, the intentional level of wiggliness is a little bit noticeable, but, like, the other wiggliness. I'll stop saying wiggliness now. I should change the shape of the S. I don't know if I like the shape of the S relative to the other characters. I think I just want it to be a little less like straight across here and a little more, or a little less diagonal and a little more straight across actually. All right, so wait, what is this draw poll? Oh, okay. That seems like a fine poll. Which is the most preferred game type out of these? So does that mean, like, am I supposed to choose my favorite? Or am I supposed to guess what people will think is the favorite? Most preferred game type out of these? 2D platformer, top-down shooter, 2D racer, tower defense. Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm going to say 2D platformer. I think that... I can think... Well, actually, this is an interesting question, because I think, personally, I prefer tower defense to a 2D platformer. But I think 2D platformer is going to be the... I think the answer to the poll is going to be that 2D platformer is actually going to be the most preferred type. So I'm going to go with 2D platformer, because I do also like those. Oh, wow. Interesting. I won't... okay. So... Yeah, so I guess it's not actually untrue that, like, 2D platformer might be my favorite. I think there's something very special about tower defense, and it's very striking. But if you look back over the games that, like, in the history of games, I like the most, like, there's been, like, 1 or 2 tower defense games that I really like, and there have been a lot more platformers. Partly that's because there are a lot more platformers in existence, but I think it's also partly because I think, at least, maybe just because it's a... Yeah, no, actually, now that I think about it, maybe this is, like, in part because there are more 2D platformers in existence, but I think there's like, been more variety and more diversity in them. So I guess that, I don't know, I guess that's kind of like a chicken and an egg sort of thing, because if more people were making tower defense, and I guess actually at this point there are a lot of tower defense out there, right? Like, because, I mean, the genre tower defense has only been around for, like, what, like a decade or so? Well, actually, no, maybe longer than that at this point. Like, I don't know, relative to like, 2D platformer has existed, let's put it this way, 2D platformer has existed way longer than tower defense has. So, like, it's a younger genre, and I'm an old man, so I grew up on the 2D platformers. And so while I really like the strategy element of tower defense, and I like how it feels like a turn-based strategy game in the pacing. Like, sometimes it feels like a turn-based... It feels like halfway between a real-time and a turn-based strategy game. Because, like, you know, there are the discrete waves and everything. But then there are also the... it also, like, when you're in the middle of a wave, like, it gets really intense, too, though, right? So, wait, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, it was actually this edge of the S that I didn't like. It looked like it was just leaning against the side of the image in, like, a way that I didn't find appealing. So that is literally why I'm redrawing it. Excuse me. I think I'm going to mimic basically the Q in terms of, like, how I want it to look. And then I'll also make it probably shaped more like the S a little bit. The S over here. Oh, so actually I can probably move this a little closer to the edge too. Like, I can give the I a little more room to breathe, and then in turn I can give the D a little more room to breathe. And in turn I can give the E a little more room to breathe. That's actually fantastic. So I'm not going to go crazy with this, but I'm gonna tighten it up a bit. Tighten up the graphics on level 2. As all good game developers do. Sorry. Yeah. Alright. Lost World for tablet. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Lost Earth. Alright. I'll have to check that one out. I do, in fact, have a tablet. and an interest in tower defense games. So thank you for the recommendation. I'll doop doop. Oops, sorry. I just apologized to these lines, or to you guys for having to see me draw such a unimpressive set of lines right there. Alright, I'm liking this a little bit better. I mean, it's not like a major change that I just made right here, but it had been irking me a minute ago, and now it's not irking me anymore, which is really good. I like not getting irked. It's better than getting irked, in my opinion. Yeah. Alright, so this S is just going to be a little droopy. I was like trying to get it to be less droopy like this S, but now it's just going to be a little droopy. And that's fine. Ooh, a delicious new recipe. Oh yeah, you know what I've been forgetting to check, which I should check, is oh wow. Congratulations, VXR Cooker 2000 and On Air Resume Next on your level ups. Oh, sorry. Some of you might be in lurk mode. I'm sorry if I called you out just then. Wait, yeah, where's the, oh yeah, average. Oh wow, the average is really low. I might want to, what? Oh, I might want to bump down the ratio a little bit. Because these seem to be clearing faster than they're accruing. It could just be a fluke, but yeah, I'm keeping track of this variable because but this, so average PSV, average passive points are actually the unspent passive points. Or actually no, it might be I forget if it's before or after the event. But it's basically like, on average, how many passive points passive points are the points that get converted into experience when a passive growth opportunity occurs. And previously it was around 7, but now it's like lower than that. So I think I'm actually spending through them too fast. I have a variable I can tweak as to the rate of how fast we blow through them. It doesn't change the rate of how frequently they occur, but it changes the percentage to how many players it occurs when it occurs. So I can just tune that down slightly. And that way, because there are some that are that have much higher points value, but we haven't been seeing those, and that's actually why I was like starting to wonder, because like it could just be randomly that we're drawing the lower points valued ones, but this is also another explanation, is if we're burning through these points too fast, we'll never get to the higher point valued one, because those can never occur unless people actually have enough points for them to occur. So where is it? Here we go. So right now it is what? Max growth bonus raised to 0.5. So it's just the square root. So, oh no, it's the square root. Oh, so let's raise it to like 0.65? 0.65? Maybe? Because like because this is a fractional number. So yeah, what we're doing is we're checking so like the growth list, the max growth bonus is the highest points value of all the growth, passive growth whatevers. Like for example, which one did we just get? Could learn to cook a delicious new recipe. That one is worth 5 points, and that one will always be worth 5 points. There are some that are worth 3 points. There are some that are worth like 8 points. There's one that's worth 20 points. And so what we do here is we take the value of the individual one, we divide it by the maximum value. So 5 divided by 20 is 1/4 or 25%, and the square root of 25% is 0.5. So instead of just taking 1/4 of all eligible players, we actually take a whole half of all eligible players. And so as a result, we end up draining the passive points pool a lot faster than we would need to otherwise. So, yeah. Wait, what? Hey, on Air Resume Next, how's it going? Yeah, cool. um, oh, sorry, wait, hold on. To read blurred lines. um, um, oh yeah, later, man. Welcome back. Hey, so, oh man, what time is it where you are? Isn't it like midnight 30 where you are, light up man? Isn't that like really late at night? Uh, um, you now need an account on it for some reason. Oh, is that the Lost Planet or Lost Earth thing? Wait, what was it called? Hold on, let me check. Lost Earth. Is that Lost Earth? Interesting. Yeah, some developers do that. I don't necessarily like it, but like, sometimes they do it for a good reason. Like sometimes a developer will like institute their own like private networky thing because why? Like because for example they are instituting like persistent data across platforms or something like that, and so in order to have your data transfer across platforms you have to have an account in order to, so like if a developer is doing it for like a good reason like that, it can be a cool thing, right? But they don't always do it for a cool reason. Sometimes they just do it because like they want your data and they want to steal your data and eat your data because they're evil data eaters, or something like that. And that in that case it's less cool. All right. So basically, I'm just gonna shift the D over because I want the D shifted over. Sorry, I apologize. Actually, I don't even want the whole D shifted over. Basically, just the top of the D. Actually, yeah. So I'm just gonna redraw. I'm not gonna copy paste or anything. So let's let's just tilt it a little further and tilt it a little further away, and that will give the E a little more breathing room, which will in turn give the Q a little more breathing room. Yay, Q. Q, Q. Good. Better. Good, better, good. Oh yeah, actually I can just like... I might... Yeah, I don't know. It might look weird, but I'm gonna try like making this even slantier. Like it might look like the E is like in a weird like backwards italics or something like that, but I'm just gonna try it because the E has a lot of room down here and the D needs a lot more room down there. So like the E can like slide over like this, right? This might be too far. I might be going like a little crazy with this, but oh, I mean it still gets pinched in the middle, so I probably won't want to go like that crazy with it. But like the E can go a little bit like that, and the D can go a little bit like that, and that way the D can not be as squished together down here. Maybe? I don't know. This might look dumb, and I might want to undo it, but because I think I've like redrawn the relationship between the D and the E a few times now. But this time it's gonna work, I swear. This time it's good. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, I can trim the eye down a little bit. It doesn't have to be quite as big. I mean, it shouldn't be too small, but I can just, oops, I can give a little extra room here. Oh, I probably should have, no. I was just thinking I should have found a way to integrate like a pound sign somewhere in this design, but that would have been a little too schma, I think. Yeah, so the E still gets like pinched in the middle, which is not good. So I took a little too much room on the Q, I think. And I don't have to make the E quite as slanty. Yeah, because the E will have like a natural curve to it, so that I don't have to like go out of my way to mess up, really. Alright. Oh, and the eye can be a little more like, I'm just going to redraw it, because it's a very simple shape. I'll just draw it to fit its new space a little bit better. Not like that, exactly. A little like that. Not exactly like that. Yeah, more like that. Oh wow, whoops, sorry, I got distracted from chat for a second. Let me catch up. German seems cool. Like a cool language to speak. Oh wow. Yeah, homework. Wow. Sounds exciting. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat real quick. That is respectable. Doing homework is good. Not doing homework, you get mixed results that way. I found some slightly inconsistent results when you don't do your homework in terms of how life turns out. Specifically, life involving what your teachers have to say to you the next day when they ask for your homework and you tell them you didn't do it. It's a very specific situation, but it's a very relevant one to those who may or may not have done their homework. I might be speaking firsthand on some of these topics. I might be speaking from firsthand experience. Oops. Alright, so yeah, I reshaped a lot of this stuff, but I think it's getting back together. Okay. Again, like, the economy of space is just, like, not great. Like, there's all this space up here that, like, we can't really use. Or there's all this space up here that we need, and all this space over, like, random other places that we can't really use. Which is a little frustrating, but... Oh! The D is really wide. Why is the D so wide? I guess just because of the I. Why is the I so wide? Because of the S? Huh. I guess that wouldn't really help much. Yeah, no, I guess it's fine. How it is. Yeah, this could certainly be a lot worse. So, yeah, I'm just gonna finish cleaning up, as I have been, for an eternity, and we can see how it goes. In the end, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, this E is a little crunched. How? Oh, poor E. Poor E E wasn't just much of a priority, unfortunately, and so it got a little bit stomped on. Poor E. Poor E. Poor dear E. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So. Yeah, this E is very narrow, as I've pointed out several times now. Oops. Alright. Hold on. I'm just gonna... I know I haven't done most of these close-up, but I'm just having a heck of a time. Oops. I'm having a heck of a time finishing this E for... Stop! Finishing this E for whatever reason, so I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit so I can get better curve here. Alright, that's good enough. Oh, and then up here too. What the heck? It's at a slight slant, which I think is why I was having difficulty drawing this one. This particular one. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I like this. I know I just spent a long time changing it to work like this, but I don't know if I like it. I might just want to go back to how it was before. Wait, how was it before? I'm gonna hold Control Z for like a year. Oh, you know what I should do? I should take a screenshot of it in either of the two versions. So hold on, I'm gonna hold Control Z for like a year. Alright, so this is one version. And I think I might like this one better. Alright, so print screen, file new, paste. It's always weird having the picture in a picture thing because I always try and click this fake toolbar, but alright, wait. Now Control Y, back to how I just set it up. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. A side quest by side quest comparison. I'm sorry, why did I say that? Alright, print screen again. File new, okay, paste. Alright, so I mean, like, this one is slightly more economical in terms of using space, but I think I like the original one better. Yeah. Oh gosh, I've been staring at this for too long. It doesn't look like anything anymore. It just looks like weird shapes. It doesn't look like letters. It just looks like squiggly lines. I don't know. The slightly tilted version might be okay. I might just like cheat the E, because like I don't like the E. Oh, I don't like how the E looks tilted. So I might just like untilt the E. Maybe that's good. I should do a safety save. Oh wait, who's taking off? Yeah, it was nice to see you. Whoever I'm saying. Oh, Joris, yes, it was nice to see you, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Have a good sleep time. All right, wait. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Undo, 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 undo. Undo, 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 undo. Undo, 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 undo. Undo, undo. Doop-a-doop, undoop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop versus undoop-a-doop. No, what am I even talking about? What is my face even talking about? Wait, hold on. Redo, 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 redo. There we go. This might be correct. This might have been the version I was supposed to stick with. So I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to Control Y. No, I should just stay with that version. No, I think this version was correct. Yeah, I just went overboard. I made the queue a little bit bigger, and then I just went crazy. So, actually, should I make the queue bigger? Maybe I should just make the E bigger. No, this is fine. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. Hold on. Save this. Save this. And then Control Y once more. Sorry, I think this will be the last time I go back and forth between the two, because I have the old version saved as logo 4, and I'm going to save the changed version as logo 5, and then that way if I change my mind later, I can go back and fix it easily enough. There we go. Yes. Yes, sir. I was totally correct, by the way. The genre that won that vote was 2D platformer. Not that totally matters, but alright. So alright, I have logo 5 now to work with. So yeah, I think just like it was just like irking me that like this line was like too slanty. I think was part of what was the problem. And this edge is just a little too pointy too. Just in general. I think like even the hard edges are like a little knocked, so I'm just gonna knock it down a peg a little bit. I guess, I don't know. Alright, oops. Alright, so this is fine now, maybe? I don't know. I might go with the other one. Yeah, I should probably go with the other one instead. Whatever. I have this one saved now, so if I decide to come back to this one at some point, that is within my capacity. Yeah, yeah, I think the 4 was better than the 5. So don't save these, don't save these. Don't save. What is this? Don't What is this? Logo 2? No. I don't care, whatever. Don't save. Yeah, no, I wasn't supposed to save that one. Alright, alright, let's close, close this one too. Let's go back to 4. And we're basically done. I might just call it done. That might be my last step, is just to call this done. No, not quite yet. The D is a little too thin.